St. Viator graduates achieve test scores well above the national average. We foster success through academic rigor and engaging the intellect to prepare students to attend some of the leading universities in the country.
The academics that we provide our students at St. Viator really prepare them for their college experience, providing them with a variety of different learning experiences, whether that be working collaboratively with others, working on long-term research assignments, preparing them for any kind of assignment or any kind of task a college professor could throw at them is something that we like to do in all of our classes and through our curriculum.
The faculty here really cares about how we learn. They want to know what's the best way that we can learn, how they can help us understand what they're teaching.
They're looking to meet a standard that St. Viator sets, so it's not just the coursework itself, but it's the expectation of those students to deliver on that coursework. So to me, that adds, it's a situation where the classroom, I think, builds on itself.
Going to a large state university, I think, was a huge eye-opening experience for many reasons. But one of the advantages I had was walking in with a certain amount of credits and a certain amount of classes that those peers were taking that I had already done.
The rigorous coursework that I have had at St. Viator will help me in my college career because I've learned how to be self-sufficient as a student, and I know how to use the tools that I'm given to solve problems in the world.
For 60 years, St. Viator has built a tradition of academic excellence, athletic success, commitment to faith and service, and an enduring belief that when you're a lion for life.
We are faith-loving, faith-filled, we value education, and we value our community and the students here. And we carry that throughout our years so that they carry that on not only through the school years, but through their families and their communities.
There's a continuity in the way things are done here. Things build on years past. The alumni want to come back, and in many ways I think they want to see that tradition live on in the new and incoming students here. The alumni feel like what was started some years ago is continuing today.
What I've learned from my 4 years here is that I have to step outside myself, and that tradition of Catholic faith helps me to look to where I can help others through service.
In your experience as a St. Viator student, as a St. Viator alumni, what brings so many of us back to be faculty members as well. That sense of community is what you experience the second you walk through the door to the second you leave, even when you're at your games and your activities. The traditions and that family sense of community that St. Viator has, I believe, is at the root of everything we do.
St. Viator forms students who are faith-filled, intellectually inspired, ready to serve, and fully engaged in the Viatorian mission. Through an active campus ministry program, retreats and service projects, and frequent liturgical celebrations, students learn about faith and transformative action.
So I grew up in a faith community. I grew up in a faith-loving home. When I came to St. Viator, I loved the aspect that they support my faith life and helping me grow in my faith life through retreats, through Mass, through classes here. It's given me a better understanding of my faith and has given me a better understanding of what the school wants us to learn here.
Faith is at the core of the St. Viator experience. Not only do they pray in every single class, but also they have their theology courses for all 4 years, and also our all-school Masses are a great way for our community to share in their faith together.
The Catholic education is not limited to just a class or a service project. That Catholicism is a part of who they are.
I think through our religion teachers and how not only did they have the passion to be able to teach their subjects throughout freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year, but then they gave their extra time to go with us on retreats, and they did an exceptional job trying to make us really understand why they're here and why they think it's so important to teach us about God.
At St. Viator, there is a place for everyone. We offer 32 athletic teams with levels from freshman to varsity. Our fine arts program provides opportunities to explore creativity in band, choir, theater, digital, and traditional arts. You will also find St. Viator students participating in over 40 different clubs. Students explore a variety of activities, creating an enriching and memorable high school experience.
I'm quite involved with a lot of clubs and activities here. I'm an athlete, I'm part of student council, I participate in the musical. You have such a wide array of options that you don't have to just be an athlete. You could be an athlete and you can be still in theater. You could be in theater and do language clubs. There's so much you can do here.
Like being involved in a lot of different clubs for me has helped me explore a lot of different interests. Like I never knew that I was gonna be a part of the track team. I didn't plan on being a part of athletics, but I decided just why not give it a go. And it really benefited me because I learned how to be a part of a team.
Get involved and dig in. Do your best to challenge yourself, get involved in activities that you either like currently or maybe an activity that you're interested in. Take advantage of everything that you want to take advantage of because it is all there for you and the faculty is there to help you.
With class sizes not exceeding 25, students at St. Viator get close personal attention from teachers and counselors. While our students come from more than 50 partner schools, they quickly come together to form a close-knit, welcoming community.
The teacher knew your name, you knew your fellow classmates' names, and you were able to form study groups, you were able to always have access to that teacher, and I think that's invaluable to being able to understand.
You know, any student may be kind of on the spectrum of how much they want to participate in class or how much they want to drop back. The smaller class size puts everybody's ideas front and center.
It's a much better ratio between teacher and student. They can work one-on-one and still have time for other students.
The smaller class sizes at St. Viator really help us as teachers to really connect with our students, not only to get to know where they're at academically, to understand their strengths and weaknesses in the classroom, but it also helps us get to know them as people so we can create the best kind of learning environment possible for our students.
With the smaller class, you're able to participate more. I feel like the class is more engaged and the teacher expects everyone to participate since there's fewer people in the class.
I think teachers are able to identify students who could use extra help too when the class size is smaller, whether that's materials to help them go further or supplemental materials to help them catch up.
And it was just a nice way that you could interact with a teacher one-on-one. So, occasionally I might need help with a project or maybe help with homework or something like that. I never felt like I couldn't reach out to that teacher or talk to that teacher and get the help that I needed.
Innovation is what makes a St. Viator education relevant for the next generation of students. By providing the latest technological advancements in our classrooms, our athletic and fine arts facilities, and throughout our extracurricular offerings.
In terms of technology and innovation, St. Viator has really evolved over the past few years. Students are one-to-one with their iPads so they can work collaboratively both in person and also when they go home. Students are always using Google Slides and games and different activities with this technology that their iPads provide them.
They are accessing different sources, not only just the traditional textbook, but the textbook that's online with links to other information that supports what's going on.
The innovations at St. Viator have really prepared our students for the next level for once they leave the school. We have programs here such as Incubator Club that prepare us for what it's going to be like if we run our own businesses, what if our investments are going to look like.
When I was a student at St. Viator, there were no entrepreneurship classes, and I would have loved to have taken one. Really just inspiring to see kids and students that are 16, 17, 18 years old coming up with business ideas when at a lot of high schools or in a lot of communities they may not have that opportunity. So I really think it's great, and I think it's a great way to get a little taste of the real world, but you're still getting that high school base education.
The class of 2021 received scholarship offers valued at over $24 million, an average of over $110,000 per student. St. Viator offers 20 honors and 20 AP classes, many of which can allow students to enter college with multiple credit hours accumulated.
The investment that we put into this place has returned multifold for our students in just their ability to compete and think about what schools they could attend, post high school. But beyond that, the scholarship opportunities that have come greatly outpace the investment we've made.
And I think too, the idea of investment goes further than just the return in terms of scholarship money, but the investment in your student, in your child, to develop into a thriving young adult. A person that wants to contribute to society, a person who has a good foundation in Catholic teaching, a person who has a good moral compass. I think a lot of that is the investment of coming here to St. Viator. Every person in this building is focused on making your child a better person.
Each year, St. Viator graduates are accepted to and excel at some of the leading colleges and universities across the country. Our graduates achieve extraordinary success in business, medicine, law, communications, politics, education, entertainment, social service, and as entrepreneurs who are changing the world around them.
Going to a large state university, I think, was a huge eye-opening experience. One of the advantages I had was walking in with a certain amount of credits and a certain amount of classes that those peers were taking that I had already done.
It wasn't only the curriculum, but also the advice from the counselors, picking schools, writing essays, figuring out which things I should be involved in or what direction I should head in, and even down to what major I chose. And I actually chose my major while I was still at St. Viator.
It was a great opportunity for me to understand what I had been given in my high school years to really set me up for success in the harder years to come in college.
The more prepared you are for college, the more prepared you'll be at college and then at your career.
With over 16,000 graduates of Sacred Heart of Mary and St. Viator, our students have a dedicated network of alumni to assist with internships, college and career guidance, mentoring, and job networking available to them.
The alum at this school feel a responsibility to continue, so they are more than willing to give back in any way they can, whether that is hosting like an intern or financially supporting the school or just giving of their time to coach, to be on committees, to do something. They have that responsibility because the others did that before them.
My first job at a college was given to me by an alumni from this school. And I will never be so grateful because not only was that job because of a connection here, that person in fact did mentor me through many, many years and has given me other opportunities throughout my time.
Yeah, I had a couple St. Viator alums in my wedding party when I got married about 5 years ago. And also just, I see lots of my Viator friends all the time. Whether it be social events or weddings or anything like that, I've stayed truly in touch with them and really grown my friendship with them after high school.
The relationships that I've made at St. Viator throughout my life, I still have today. Every aspect of your life could potentially be affected by the values and the relationships that you get at St. Viator that you wouldn't get anywhere else.